Hello, I'm Erica McDonald. I am a senior product specialist for Citgo Petroleum, and I specialize with our Clarion food grade lubricants.
Hi, I'm Andy Evans. I'm a senior national account manager on the Citgo team. On the national account team, obviously we're focused on large national footprint customers, but we do actually have specific product focuses. My focuses are food and beverage industry, which encompasses the Clarion line, and then I do also a lot in the industrial accounts too, which is kind of in this footprint of the.
Clarion's been in the business for about 40 years now with the food and beverage industry. During that time, we've worked with a variety of beverage industries, including brewers or distilleries as well.
So there's a lot of different ways that Clarion can help craft brewers, with a small startup to a large producer that you see. I think some of the specific things is the product line is quite broad and has a lot to offer for any craft brewer in the industry to support their manufacturing facility. The other key thing, though, is the fact that we do hold ourselves to stringent compliance and regulatory requirements so that our products meet the certifications that's required for their industry. All of our products are NSF H1 certified, which would meet the requirements of the FDA or other regulatory companies that are regulating their facilities. But then also, I think the other important thing is the other services and things we can offer. We have a lot of products that are specific to things that we've uncovered in the industries with our partners. So not only do we have the quality and the standards that we're going to bring you with a product line, but then it's also our technical resources and our help these craft brewers to reduce risk, to reduce downtime, to reduce wear on their equipment. All these are very important for their production process. How we do that too with some of these resources is with our technical teams or our field support teams, on-site training, looking at how they're storing the products. Are they storing food grade products in the proper areas and their standard mineral-based products in the proper areas? Those things need to be separated, and these companies need to understand that. Sometimes if they haven't, maybe they've grown from a small company to a large brewery and they didn't know they needed to follow all these requirements. That's where us and our team can really come in with our product line and help these customers and end users understand better how to support their production facility with the proper requirements to meet their needs.
Food and safety guidelines are becoming more stringent. So while right now there might be one rule or regulation, we never know what's going to come out next year. Clarion makes sure that we're always up to date with the latest regulations. We always make sure that our products are certified as H1 or 3H, depending on the use or the need for the product, which means that they're safe for incidental contact or direct contact. Just using these products and making sure that you're in compliance with your regulatory bodies helps to reduce fines. Our products are formulated to protect and reduce wear and corrosion, so we're also reducing downtime. Brewers are busy, so we know that they want to, A, make as much profit as they can, let's not get any fines, and B, we want to be as productive as we can as well. When Clarion comes into play, you have a backing for your product as well. So direct contact would be something where you're needing a lubrication that's going to directly, purposefully come into contact, full contact with the product for food consumption or human consumption. So this could be using a lubricant over the grain that's needed to distill or that you're using for the brewing, fermentation process. Or you could use a product that's needed for the bottling or the canning that goes in a hydraulic system or conveyor system and there could be some sort of leak, or you might blow a hydraulic line in one of your pieces of equipment. And hydraulics are always under pressure. Once that happens, there's a little bit of, or a lot of, I guess, splatter of the product. That would be considered incidental contact. Even with incidental contact, I will say that there's a limit of how much product can come into contact with your product that you're producing for human consumption. The goal really is to mitigate risk, help reduce contamination in products. Ultimately, we want to be able to make sure the manufacturer is able to make quality products, but we also need to make sure that the quality products that are being made are not exposed to products that could potentially harm the consumer ultimately. So really, Clarion's goal is to make sure that the product works where it needs to work, but ultimately provides a safer option for the consumer as well.
What we did with one particular customer, as we were onboarding them, we had to really look at the whole product mix and then take that mix and then we look at how maybe we can consolidate some of those products down. For one, are they using the right products in the right locations? That's the second thing we really need to address with them. And if they're not, explaining why too, I think it's then good for them to understand, because some of these customers don't understand, is if they did have a problem there, of possibly what that cost might be to that customer. Because maybe they don't have a full scope of not only product contamination and lost downtime for them, but also other regulatory things that could happen to them if they had a contaminated product leave their facility and a consumer or individual consume that product. As you work with these customers over time and users, and you're in that industry longer and longer, you do become a product expert for that industry. And then you know the equipment manufacturers. I always say this one thing unique to the food and beverage industry, and the beverage industry is no different. There's not a lot of different equipment manufacturers, and even the ones that are different, the equipment pretty much does the same thing that the competitor's piece of equipment does. So once you start learning from a mechanical standpoint and a lubricant standpoint, that process, you're going to understand walking in the door to any beverage facility, you can kind of walk in with that confidence, like, oh, I bet you got a seamer. I bet you have packaging equipment at the end of your lines. We've done this, this, and this for other customers in your similar industry. We can help you with these processes. And you really are viewed as an industry expert and extremely knowledgeable for their specific industry, which gives you just more credibility. And we're always trying to build that as a team.